item 18, which is the 2019 election polling locations. I'm kind of getting you to jump at it, Lance, sorry. Or Dan, I don't know who's presenting.
Lance, are you going to present, Lance?
Yes. Excuse me. Thank you, Madam Mayor, council members. So before you, you see three options for polling locations for 2019. A couple of things to note. In all three options, Precinct 3 changed back to the Moorhead Youth Hockey facility because, let me pull this slide up just a moment. The Sports Center was used at our last election because the youth hockey was unavailable because it was being remodeled. So that's been moved. Another change that you see is in Precinct 8. And after your last discussion, somebody brought up the possibility of Bethesda Lutheran. And as we started to look at the precincts, because of recent population growth in Precinct 8, there's approximately 80% more voters in that precinct than there are in Precinct 7. And we had proposed Valley Christian Church for Precinct 8. However, their facility isn't a large facility, and their parking is also limited. And so we were concerned that they physically would not have enough space for Precinct 8. So we gave you an option. We contacted the people at Bethesda Lutheran, and they're willing to have us use their facilities if you wish. Also, Blue Stem is a very nice facility, just way off in the corner of that. So there's your choice there. So those two options are for each of those two are for each of the options. The other options, the first one you see is much the same as the sites that we used this year in our election, where we had a combined 5A and 5B off campus at Grace United Methodist Church, and 6A, 6B off campus at First Presbyterian Church. You see our option 2, where each of these sites is in a different location. So we have on-campus locations and off-campus locations for 5A and 5B and 6A and 6B. And then the last option we have is for combined polling places, 5A and 5B on campus and 6A and 6B on campus. The only other change to note, again, from the last time you saw this 2 weeks ago, we talked to the people we had talked preliminarily to the people at Eventide, and they thought it might work for a polling place for 2019, but as they looked further into how they're developing their facilities and where they are in their construction and redevelopment, they did not think it would work for this year. Possibly in future years, they want to relook at that possibility, but for now, that's not a site that we will be able to use for an election site. So those are your three options.
Thank you, Lance. I do have